6 a.m. on this Monday morning. Thanks so much for joining us here on Up with KREM. I'm Channing Curtis.
And I'm Tim Pham. We have a lot to get to today, but we got to soak in this beautiful weather we're expected to kick off this new week with. And Cody Proctor is in for meteorologist Thomas Patrick. And Thomas left you a great forecast today, didn't he?
I mean, it's the gift that keeps on giving. Usually I'm not up this morning, but you know, with more views like this, I really should be getting up more. We're looking at Lake Coeur d'Alene right now on our camera right there. This morning, we're starting to warm up just a little bit. We're at 60 degrees right now at the Spokane airport this morning. Winds coming out the south, southeast at 6 miles per hour. So not much of a breeze, but a little bit of one right there. And over around our region, we're seeing those temperatures as we continue to wake up this Monday morning in the upper 50s for some. It looks like we're at 58 degrees right now for Coeur d'Alene, 55 for you, Moses Lake. Good morning, Sandpoint. You just bumped up to 50 degrees. And as we head into today, we are keeping track, though, some chances for some breezy winds, particularly for central Washington, seeing those double-digit wind speeds right now in Wenatchee. I'll have more on that coming up.
In the final weeks before a decision on its accreditation, North Idaho College submitted its official plea to the Northwest Commission on Colleges and Universities. KREM 2's Brandon T. Jones is joining us live now from the school's campus. So Brandon, the submission included what steps the school is now trying to take in order to maintain its status. But what are the latest updates? What did they say in that report?
Yeah, good morning, Channing. Well, in that report, board members listed several changes that they've made since March. That includes intensive consulting with their staff as they get ready for a hearing on their accreditation. So tomorrow, June 6th, a message outside the administration building shows that board members are scheduled for another one of those trainings. Some of the other changes that were highlighted in that report were strides to work collaboratively with school president Nick Swain. Back in May, the board voted not to oppose Swain's request that a court permanently reinstate him as president. In late April, members of the commission visited campus to speak with staff and students about problems it says have been going on for 2 years. The report from that evaluation says the institution must overcome its current environment of distrust, poor communication, conspiracy, and placing other priorities above the interest of the college. KREM 2 did reach out to the school, but for right now, an NIC spokesperson said no one can comment until this process is over. The Northwest Commission on Colleges and Universities will meet again on June 23rd to review NIC's accreditation status. A decision from that could be finalized by July. Reporting live in Coeur d'Alene, Brandon T. Jones, KREM 2 News.
Now, in the meantime, NIC President Nick Swain won permanent reinstatement in court. Our partners with the Coeur d'Alene Press report a judge granted a motion that affirms NIC cannot place Swain on administrative leave under the terms of his current employment agreement. In December of last year, 3 board members placed Swain on leave. Swain then sued for reinstatement.
Well, fighter jets were scrambling over Washington, D.C. yesterday when a small plane entered restricted airspace. The jet created a loud sonic boom near the nation's capital. Well, F-16 fighter jets raced to intercept the small plane that entered restricted airspace. The pilot did respond to an attempt to contact the plane. The plane later crashed in a wooded, mountainous area in western Virginia. That is according to the FAA. They also said the F-16s did not shoot the aircraft down. The Cessna plane took off from the Elizabethton, Tennessee for Long Island MacArthur Airport. Flight trackers showed the plane turning around and flying straight down to Washington, D.C. before crashing in Virginia. Virginia State Police say they found no survivors. Officials are still working to confirm who exactly was on the plane.
This morning, an independent investigation team is trying to find out what led a Spokane County Sheriff's deputy to shooting and killing a man over the weekend. The Spokane County Sheriff's Office says the shooting happened early on Sunday morning near East Broadway Avenue and North Dyer Road. KREM 2 News spoke exclusively with Spokane County Sheriff John Knowles. He says 2 patrol units were there to serve a search warrant looking for a wanted suspect when the shooting happened.
They arrived on scene here at about 12:12 a.m. Shortly after arriving on scene, they encountered a male. Gunfire was exchanged between the male and the deputies.
Knowles says the man was shot by deputies and given first aid, but died at the scene. No deputies were injured in the shooting, though. The sheriff's office says that right now they don't know the identity of the man who was killed, and they are also not sure if he was related to the suspect deputies were looking for. Per standard protocol, though, both deputies involved in the shooting have been placed on administrative leave.
The time now is 6:06. Let's take a look at your morning rush. More news in less time. This morning, Wenatchee police need your help finding a missing man. In April, a family member says 38-year-old Travis Coleman went missing. He is about 5'10", 180 pounds, and has a tattoo of boxing gloves on his right upper chest. Police say Coleman could be suffering from a mental illness. Anyone with information is asked to call police. That number is there at the bottom of your screen. A 27-year-old man is in police custody this morning after firing a handgun in Riverfront Park yesterday afternoon. Spokane police say no one was hurt. According to SPD, the suspect was arguing with another man when he pulled out his gun and fired 2 shots into the air. New details this morning. Spokane police identified a body found 40 years ago in a Spokane railroad tunnel. The body was identified as Donald Leroy Pearson. He was 56 years old when he died. Spokane police say they solved the cold case thanks to new DNA testing from the victim's relatives. An update this morning, Boise State University announced a scholarship to honor the man who died while running the Coeur d'Alene Marathon. The university created the Andrew J. Walker Memorial Scholarship. It will be given to student athletes. Donations for the scholarship are open until June 28th. That is a look at your morning rush.
Well, we're just about 7 minutes after 6 o'clock, and as we get you started for today, it's looking to be a warm one. But what is our comfort index as our day continues? Well, to start off, we'll begin cool and dry, but trust me, it does not take long before we start to feel hot and dry, especially as we head into those late morning and into those early afternoon hours. Over the next 12 hours, expect those highs to reach up into the mid-50s by the time we head into our afternoon hours. The next few days, those temperatures look to get even warmer.